me hit record on here. And we're live there. And we're going live here. Wow, we're going live all three places at the same time. All right. Live on Instagram, live on YouTube. Hey, guys. We've moved the camera so you can see us a little bit more directly. We won't be looking at you on YouTube. Sorry, because this is all about Instagram. YouTube is kind of, as much as we love all you, this is not our main platform for now. All right. So, hey.
By Katie.
Hey, guys. Welcome. And we are very, very excited to be here.
Modern era. Welcome, Beatbox Beauty.
Today's a big day. There's lots of people are opening up all over the state, and we just thought it'd be good for us to come on and
celebrate those who are.
Yep, celebrate those who are.
And have major envy at those who aren't. You know.
And also, by the way, as we get going here, for some of you who aren't opening yet, or maybe are available or soon able to open, just because I say you can open, let's say tomorrow, Friday, doesn't mean you have to open tomorrow, Friday. Maybe you need a couple more days to get things ready, to get organized, to get things in place. So that's okay. If you cannot open, like it's not like a sprint here, guys. It's not a race. It's like, wow, I can open tomorrow. Okay, I have a few more things I want to put in place. I want to make sure my clients are safe. I want to make sure I'm safe. If you have a team, I'll make sure they're safe. So we're going to give you a lot of information here. And just because you basically aren't ready, it's okay. I just want to let everyone know it's okay. All right. So we're going to be sharing a lot of different things here. And one of the things I wanted to make sure that everyone knows that we are not a state board. We are not any way representative of any organization that's a beauty organization other than we are a podcast. We are here as a friend in the industry to share information that we've been watching and viewing all over the place and pass the information on for you so you can make better choices. We believe you're smart, we believe you're capable, and you're able to make good decisions for yourself and for your clients and your staff. So we're not here to be your babysitter, but we are here to pass on the information. And the big thing I want to recommend you to do not take anything we say and go run with it and say, hey, Integrity Lash or LashCast said, we can do this. No, go check with your state, your county, and your city. All three of those entities have authority over your region, and all three of them might have different standards on what needs to be done before you can open your business. And you want to make sure that you're abiding by all of those standards. Don't just take our word for it. Go for there. And then, by the way, we also will be, I think, overdoing this. We're going to be giving you more ideas than you probably want to do. It's almost going to be a full-time job for probably about 40 hours to go through all this. I just been watching a lot of online live events from PBA, from Strategies, from Modern Salon, from Salon Today. I've been reading a lot of articles from all the industry leaders, and I've compiled all this information from all these places. So you don't have to go to 20 different places. You just come to us, right? I've got some in my mouth here. And you can come here and you can watch and listen in one location and get all kind of boiled down. So this will be what I would call what everyone in the industry, in the beauty industry, not just lashes, but in the beauty industry is talking about. And I've kind of taken all of it and I've taken it, given you one big long list of stuff that you can kind of pick and choose, like a grocery list. Like, oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that. That one doesn't apply to me because the state doesn't care. Or that one's too much work. I can't afford that, because a lot of these things are made for salons, or if you're a single practitioner, you already have social distancing probably in place because you have just you. You're not worried about staff. You're not worried about front desk. You're not worried about having 18 clients waiting in the lobby like we would at times. You have you and one person, and it's a lot easier to manage. So you don't have to do all these things. One other thing I wanted to update was the price increase. If you were here last Friday, or if you listened to our podcast or went to YouTube, all three places now, guys, pretty exciting. We basically talked about price increases last week and how right now your costs have gone up and you should raise your prices too because of that, and that people will be understanding. There is a small caveat to that came to my mind, and I want to say thank you or shout out to Live Bay. If you're not following Live Bay, Mike and Shauna are amazing people who give so much to our industry, and they made a point about their region right now that basically they're in an area where it's 100% tourist, right?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas lives off tourism, and all their clients. Now, while their clients are all tourists, the people who work there are in the tourism business.
Right.
So a lot of them might be unemployed right now.
They're in show business. They're in serving. They're in cocktails.
Yeah.
You know, they have to look good for their job, right?
but they may have their hours cut or worse, laid off right now because that's what everyone's done in Vegas. And so if you're allowed to go back and work in Vegas, you might be thinking you need to maybe not be so aggressive with your pricing, because right now everyone in your region is out of work. And that's a unique situation in Vegas as opposed to other areas. We live in LA. LA is not open, unfortunately, to possibly, gosh, who knows when, maybe June, July, August, September, we've heard. So it's a long time till we'll get back to work. But when we do, our area is not going to be the same.
It's a different demographic, right?
So, yeah. And the big thing I think is just to know who is your demographic. And basically only raise your prices if you have the right demographic. If you have mostly, high school kids doing your lashes, I don't think it's probably a good demographic to go after. But you
doing
probably
your lashes, or you
doing their
lashes.
lashes. Yeah, they're high schoolers or young college students. They don't have money to start with. So this, by the way, might be a wonderful opportunity to rethink who your audience is and target a new audience. Maybe go a little more high end. I know Tusney, she basically over the years, we kept going more high end. And by now with the clients, what we have, even with all this craziness, we don't expect to be short, have people not be able to afford lashes. The rich don't suffer as much when the economy crashes. They basically, they actually get to buy a lot of stocks and buy homes for cheap. That's what they do. And meanwhile, people in the middle class and lower class not doing so well, and so they can't. So it depends on who your target market is. So when we did say do the price increase, you really need to know who are you going after, who are your people that see you, and then price accordingly. So there is maybe a chance where you may have to keep your prices as is or find incentives to get people in. And by the way, one thing I just want to remind people, another way, if you're afraid of price increases, and you shouldn't be, but in case you are, even doing something like a COVID tax or fee, say, there's a small $5 COVID tax or fee because of extra costs right now, because of all the things that Paul and Tusney gave us on LashCast. They're going to be like, I had to buy all this crap, spend a lot of money to improve my salon, and now I'm broke. Do you have something you're going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say that. So basically, if your clients have been really affected by, or your demographic has been affected really by the shutdowns and the close downs, you might want to see this as an opportunity to, instead of, attract people not through a lower price, but through status, right? So people who are a little bit more affected by, status, it might be an opportunity for you to go after a higher end clientele.
Exactly. Now, one of the things I want to let you all know, especially those on our podcast, that's where we get our thousands of listeners. Here on Instagram, we get, 100 or so. But we get a ton of you coming on and watching this on basically our podcast. And there, I want to just put this out there for everyone, because you're not going to see anything on this. This one, we don't have slides. I have one slide, actually, I'll say. But overall, we're going to be just telling you what to do. And I want to give you a chance to, you take notes right now. But if you don't take notes, or we talk too fast, or there's too much content, I want to tell you, I'm going to create a PDF. It probably won't be pretty, but I'm going to sit down with all this information, and a lot of it, especially stuff that's unique or things where you can go buy stuff. And I'm going to create links, and I'm going to create a PDF that I can send out to you. So if you want to get this information and you need it because you're like, wow, that's a good idea. What was that again? Just email me at Paul@LashCast Podcast, and I'll put you on the email list. Or just go to our Instagram page right here. If you're watching after it's done, go to the link. And there's at the very bottom of all the links, you'll see a bunch of links that we put in there to help you guys. At the bottom will be sign up for our email list. And we will send out an email. I'll probably get this done over the next few days. Maybe by Monday or over the weekend, I'll send an email out that will give you all this information so that you can go through it. It'll be just like a checklist of things with links to certain tools or equipment that you can go buy if you don't have them. And that way we can help you out. But we do need you to sign up for that email. So go to Instagram and do it, or email me at Paul@LashCast Podcast. All right. So first, let's talk about things you can do. Well, overall, we're just going to talk about things you can do to get ready, because now you're allowed to open, or you'll be opening soon, or you're hoping to open soon. Any of those are coming. And we definitely need to be thinking through what we do. I mean, you should just open up and keep things as they are. And if that's your plan, I'm going to encourage you to think twice, because there's two people right now that you're potentially scaring. First, your clients. Your clients are going to be like, what have you done to make it safe for me to come into your salon? And I should say this, because you want to talk about, be careful about what you promise, because there's some touch brought up today earlier.
You don't want to. You want to say that you're implementing safety protocols. You don't want to say it is safe for you to come in.
Yeah.
You are making it more safe. you are implementing safety protocols. You don't want to guarantee. I guarantee you will not get sick when you come to my place. I will guarantee that you will not get be seeded with some kind of infection. You can't guarantee those things.
You can't guarantee. COVID-19 doesn't exist in here. You can't do that. And I'd be careful in your marketing and your Instagram posts and your website, anywhere where you are trying to comfort people. What better to say is, look, we are doing all these protocols that make it a more safe and enjoyable experience.
We have adopted the CDC's guidelines. We have put disinfecting protocols in place, distancing protocols, those kinds of things. But you don't want to say there is no way you could possibly get sick if you come to see me, or it's completely safe, because heaven forbid the building burns down, or something like that. You
don't want to do anything that would give them opportunity to come after you later and say, well, they promised this, and it was maybe COVID, like I said, maybe the building collapsed during that time. They said be safe, and now you're liable for other things you don't want. You always liability. You got to be careful what you say.
So just say, I'm implementing these safety protocols. It is much safer than it was before. More, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And on the other people, aside from trying to calm your clients and make sure that they know that you've done your due diligence and you've done some hard work to make it safer, if you have staff, they need to know the same thing. We've seen this. We've seen this online with Amazon, Walmart. Certain employees are refusing to go back to work or protesting or whatever because their employers are not doing right by them. And if you have a team, they're depending on you as a leader to do right by them, to give them the tools that they need to succeed and feel like they have a safe environment. And you're going to build a lot of trust here. I mean, if you do this type of stuff, man, people are going to become your biggest fans. They're going to be like, holy crap, look at this. My boss did these things. And the client's going to be like, wow, look at all the things they did. I love this place. I mean, you just want to make sure that you do your due diligence. All right. So first, one quick side note, and then we'll get into some, we have an area we're going to talk about communications. We're going to talk about salon setup. We're going to talk about personal protective gear, cleaning and sanitation policies, creative ways to cut costs, make money, and some random thoughts. But before all that, I definitely want to get into this. If you have a team, this is a time where you need to update your handbook. You need to add in COVID-19 policies. You need to go through, and we're going to share a lot of different things here that can become policies for you. So I don't have exact specifics, but obviously you're going to want to remind them in this of like good manners. Like in our salon, we do not sneeze into our hand. We sneeze into our arm. If you are sick, you do not come in. You wash your hands 30 seconds every time you touch something. Anytime you're doing a client, you sanitize your hands. Some of this stuff you are required by your state, most likely, but you want to reemphasize this and really make sure. And you can just call this the COVID-19 policy addition to your handbook, so that basically they understand, and they should sign off, add a little page, have a sign off on it, and add it into your thing. Another suggestion: if you don't want to actually always have to get a new handbook and print it, just get it and make a digital version of it and put it in the places like Evernote, or just a PDF and add another page to your PDF page and then have them electronically sign it. There's lots of things.
Here's just a little sidebar. If you don't have an employee handbook, it's easy to create one. Many different payroll companies, if you already are using a payroll services, a lot of them already come with the price of the service. Online.
Yeah, ADP, I know for sure has one.
Resources that you can access that. So if that's something that you're already using, you might want to put a call in to your representative.
Online HR companies also have it, so you can pay a monthly fee for some of these places. They're usually less than $100. Also, you can get one from a lawyer. If you just ask your lawyer, some of them have them. They can give you one. You can also just go to PBA. PBA has a generic one that they have. You can take that, copy it, and just add new additions to it. So many different places, and I strongly encourage you, if you have staff, you need to have
You'll have to have this. If you ever get inspected by OSHA, which we had before, they will come and ask, where is your handbook? Because they're going to ask you, and they're going to separate you from your staff, and they're going to interview your staff, and they're going to say things like, what do you do in case there's a fire?
Yeah.
Where do you guys meet? Where's have you ever done a fire drill?
Yeah.
And they might ask about COVID stuff too. I mean, it's too soon for legislation, but
I guarantee you at this point, sickness protection, they're going to be looking for that too. Why not? I mean, and you never know. You never know when you may get inspected. It's pretty random, but in very low chance. But better safe
you
than
may
never.
think this is it's common sense to say don't sneeze into your hand. Don't
Yeah.
sneeze into, but don't assume that. It's just
Nothing's
so
common
basic.
sense.
Put it in writing so you can at least CYA, which is cover your ass, that you have actually you've spoken to your staff about this. It's just so that you can check off that list and sleep well at night.
All right, so let's get into communications, the first thing. And I'm excited about this because I think there's a lot of good stuff here that's going to help you. There's a bunch of areas we need to look at. We need to look at emails. We need to look at texting, website, Instagram, and one other area I'm going to suggest making a video. So first off we need to create a welcome email that really lets people know. We've been emailing with our base for the last 6, 7, 8, almost 8 weeks now, and letting them know, hey, here's the update, here's where we're at. But if you're ready to open, you need to communicate very clearly, because your clients, a lot of them, you'll be surprised, they can't wait to get back in. I've heard some early stories from Georgia, at least some hair salons that were swamped with clients. Like they don't have enough staff right now, which is good news to hear. That's encouraging. Now that's a hair salon. We'll see about the lash world, but I really expect that people, for the most part, still want their lashes. The economy is not sunk yet, and people are desperate to look good, feel good about themselves. And just as another side, now we've said this in the past, we built our business in the middle of the Great Recession back in 2006. And we hired our first staff during that time. So I can promise you, even when things are bad, people still want their beauty. Okay. They still want to look. They may be broke as a joke, but they don't want to look like a joke.
Rest assured that what we do is so valuable. I mean, it's so powerful. Think about it. We have the power to create beauty, make other people feel beautiful. I mean, that is such a covetous desire.
Yes.
People pay anything to feel better about themselves or to look more beautiful, to feel more beautiful.
So just an encouragement, guys. The world may be ending for some industries, but I guarantee the beauty.
Don't we all want to look gorgeous?
Yeah. While the ship is sinking, everyone's going to get their makeup and lashes done. That's what it's going to be.
Girl.
Yeah, we're going to be okay. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing, your welcome email. I really have 5 things that you need to address during your welcome email. The first is you need to inform them. I'm going to say, and this is only if your area can afford it, I'm going to say 90% of you can do this. You need to tell them about your price increase.
There'll be a nominal price increase. Yes. It's going from $70 to $80 next time you come see me.
And that's just, and you have to explain, you have to break it down why.
Wait for them to answer. Are you okay with that?
It's an email.
Okay,
so
I know. Okay.
So, but that said, you're not going to need to defend it. You just say, we have new pricing in place to help bring about the continued service that you expect from us, as well as safety, and the new price is $80 a fill. Thank you. And then move on. Okay. So you want to let them know about that, because that is going to give them the heads up. Normally we don't do email pricing, but because we're not one-on-one with our clients right now, I think this is the best way to do it and inform them. Secondly, you need to inform them of your new safety precautions that you're taking. You need to really break this down for them and explain everything that you're doing. I would just do it by bullet point. First, when you come here, you're going to do this. Secondly, you have to wear, mask, or not. Actually, that's not protocol. Everything you've done in your salon about cleaning, sheets, mask, face screens, whatever you've done.
Think about from the beginning of the appointment to the end, what you're doing. You can say, now I have a box of Kleenex that's taped to the door, so you can grab the Kleenex and open the door before you come in. When you first come inside, I have a hose that will completely spray you with disinfectant and wrap you in saran wrap. And then you're going to go. I'm not saying
you'll be a giant condom,
right?
When you come into our salon, whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah. The idea is you need to let them know all this stuff, because this is going to real quickly, because their biggest thing is fear. And by the way, I would acknowledge that fear in the email. I would say a lot of you might be a little afraid or concerned about what's going on. It's always good.
But here's what I'm doing to assuage your feelings of worry.
The idea is to affirm them, not act like you're in denial and just how are clueless or don't know what's going on. Yeah, you want to let them know, hey, here, I acknowledge it's scary, but we are taking steps, because now you're going to look like the hero. Now you're going to look like you're amazing because you're doing all these steps.
Okay,
we have a question here.
Slash says, if my client does not have a mask when they come, should I charge them a couple of bucks for one to wear?
Good question.
Well, it kind of depends on, I guess, where you are, what your clientele is, and maybe specifically about that person. If it were me, I would not.
I would actually argue, no, charge more. Just charge more for your services. Add a $3, $5. Add a little bit more. That's going to cover all your extra expenses. You should not have to pay out pocket to get clients back in.
No, but she's asking. If somebody shows up and's like, hey, bare face, do my lashes.
We're going to have masks at our front.
I'm not going to turn,
We have masks. We're buying masks for our clients, because we're not going to assume they all will have masks. We will actually have masks there for them to take on, put on their face, and come in. Now, if they don't have it, that's our expense. We are paying for that, and we're passing on all those costs onto our clients.
You know what you could do? It just struck me right now, to do it super cheap. just get some paper towels, some nice thicker ones, right? Cut them into a small mouth-sized square. Get a couple pieces of double stick tape, put them on here, and just put it on the client's face. I mean, right?
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
you think that's a lot of work?
I think just buy the mask, guys.
I'm
the
just
masks aren't that
saying,
expensive.
if you don't.
We're disagreeing on this.
Okay,
Tuss is very frugal. In case you haven't noticed, she's like the queen of being able to do anything cheap. She seriously could take. I used to call the MacGyver of women. If you guys don't know MacGyver was this TV show that he literally could make a bomb out of spit, gum, and tape. And somehow he make it into explosive. Tuss can do that. That's what she does.
It's because my grandparents went through the Depression,
and
my
she
parents,
thinks she did too.
No, they almost like raised me on a commune. I didn't grow up in a commune, but I felt like that.
Commune, yeah. So anyhow, that all said, the idea is if you're paying more money for things, you should pass that cost on your clients. It's not a lot. These masks are not thousands of dollars, guys. You can get hundreds of masks. I mean, traditionally they're like 6-8 cents, but of course everything's gone up now. So I get you're going to be paying maybe 50 cents, $1, whatever it is. Whatever it is, pass that cost on. Make it easier. Don't put obstacles for your client, and don't make it confrontational either. Don't be like just say, "Oh, please put this mask on. It's for your own safety." Let them know it's for them, not so much for you. You have your mask on. You're fine. You're doing it for them. Technically, we won't go into the mask. The mask really stops you from getting other people sick. It doesn't stop you from getting sick. As you know, unless you're wearing one of the N95 masks, the mask when you're wearing just stops you from spitting and your germs from getting out. That's all they're for. So those people who are like, mask won't stop you from getting sick. Yes, that is true. It will not stop you from getting sick. It will stop you from getting other people sick.
And I love you, Lash Nerd. Thank you for
everyone's talking about our dog right now. It's awesome.
And thank you for talking about our cute little baby.
Okay, so two was informed of your safety precautions that you're taking in your salon. Secondly, you need to tell them of your salon protocols when they arrive. They need to know ahead of time what you're expecting them to do. And here's a few things that we would suggest would be good ideas. First, when they arrive, they should stay in their car and text you, "I am here, I am ready to go." Because you don't want people hanging out in your lobby. Even if it's just a single practitioner right now and you have two clients, one waiting, one in the room, it'd be best right now to say, "You know what, stay in the car and wait. I will text you when I'm ready to get you." And so maybe as your client's about ready to walk out the door, you can text them saying, "I'm ready for you," and they can come up at that time. Or it depends, because I know some people are like, sometimes they're 3 or 4 or 5 minutes away from their salon because they have to walk, they're in the city and they have to walk and park. You figure out the timing and work it all out. But the idea is, do not have clients hang out and stay in your salon right now. It's not a wise idea. And some states may not allow it. So what better to do is say, "Hey, when you arrive, just text me and I will get back to you as soon as I'm ready." Secondly, tell them you must wear a mask to come in. I just think for all of us, it's just better to come up front with that and say, "Please wear a mask." Now, there's some clients, depending on where you are in the country, will be like, "Screw you, you don't tell me what to do." Well, you can choose at that point what you want to do. You say your state may require you anyway, like in California, they're requiring you if you go on the bus now, you have to wear a mask. So you have to watch your local authorities, but for your best interest and for theirs, I would just let them know for your best sake, it would be best to wear a mask. And if you don't have one, I'll have masks waiting for you at the front door. You can even go in the gloves. You want to wear gloves. We went somewhere to look at something today, and they require us to wear gloves. So be it.
If it makes you feel comfortable, because it's kind of a placebo. It helps people remember. I like to wear gloves. He doesn't.
Yeah, gloves.
So,
I realize I still touch everything.
I'm just like, I like the gloves, and I think I might have that just because it makes people feel better.
It does feel safer. Next, we will be telling our people, we will be taking your temperature when you arrive at our salon. We bought it. It took a couple of weeks. We bought 2 of them. We bought a cheap one that didn't work, and I bought a more.
Beware, if it's too cheap to be true. He's just like, "Wow, this one's it's refurbished, and it's only this much money." And I'm like, "Oh,
they paid me to take it."
So he gets it, and he comes, and it's like totally broken. I'm like, "It's too good to be true." It is.
So we spent like $100, I think it was, and got a much nicer one. And it's just one that does it for it. You see them all over TV now. Buy one now. They're there. Some of them are running out of stock, but if you buy it now and you're not open yet, or as soon as you have one, you can open without it. But it's just one more step you're doing to try to do your due diligence. Then we're also telling people, no children, no friends can come with you. Come alone, please. We cannot basically have people waiting around. Again, social distancing is impossible when you have all these people in your salon. So no friends, no family, nothing. You have to come alone. And lastly, you can choose this or not, but you can even say no cash is accepted. We are going cashless right now. You can use Venmo, you can use PayPal. Maybe you have a credit card machine like we do at our grocery store where you just put your card near it and it reads it. whatever it is, go cashless if all possible. Again, this is maybe too far, but you know what? That's okay. Lash Nerd, what brand is it? I don't know what brand it is. What I'm going to do the thermometer that we have. There's so many. It's okay. We'll just do it later. And like I said, I'm going to create, if you're coming on now, we're going to create a PDF for you guys, or a sheet that you can download. Just email us at paul@lashcastpodcast.com, or go ahead on to our page here, our Instagram page, and go to the very bottom and just give us your email, and we'll send that to you by this weekend, if not Monday at the latest. It'll just be all this information that you can use, links to stuff, product ideas, and ways to protect yourself. Okay, we got to keep going. We're getting caught up here. So that's that. Next, 4, I would also want to tell them, if you want to buy product, please give me a heads up, and I'll have it ready for you when you get here. In fact, you can say,
taken off it all disinfected and put it in a bag and everything.
You can have it clean, have it in a plastic bag that seals. You can get bags that seal. That way you do not need to have any sort of looking through products. In fact, I would even say remove all your product from the shelves. A couple of people here, some stuff here. We might send invoices to people before they arrive. So, there you go. Or we can check them in the room with the iPad. Exactly. A lot of this can be done ahead of time. Just have them pay up front, which is great. No cancellations that way, right? And as well as having, or just doing it there with the iPad. Anne Marie said, my state put in a highly encouraged cash or other payment apps, but funny, they say,
to encourage no credit cards, but
cash is okay. Yeah,
funny.
To discourage credit cards. I sound like a caveman. Sorry. Well, this is the thing. We keep hearing like opposites, right? From the government. Don't do this, but do this. Don't be around people who have the virus. But we all need to be infected at some point, so we have herd immunity. So
I can't believe that the government's being incoherent.
Yeah, what a shock. All right, so that, just have that, tell them that. Then lastly, ask them ask these following questions, and you're going to ask me these questions again when they arrive. Before you come in, please answer these following questions. This should be in your email. Do you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Have you been in contact with someone who's had COVID-19 in the last 14 days? And are you currently living with anyone who is sick or quarantined? If yes has been said to any of these questions, we need to reschedule an appointment for 14 days later. As long as you've not shown any symptoms or anyone you're with does, then in 14 days we can get you in. You need to do that. You need to let them know up front and let them know. And we'll be asking you this question again when you arrive. I think everyone knows this is coming.
Everybody knows that. We've been through the airlines. People ask you, did anyone pack your bags? They've always been in your possession? I mean, we're used to that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So, all right, that's the email you're going to send out. And also, share excitement. Can't wait to see you guys. We're doing everything we can to make this a great experience for you, blah, 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 all that. Then you also want to create an email. I would take or a text, same email, combine it, shorten it, really make it tight, and put that into a text format. So when you wait for a connection here. So when you basically are confirming an appointment via text, which is what we do, we have an email goes out 4 days, and then we text 2 days out. And then if they don't respond to any of them, we call them the day before. That's our protocol for confirming appointments. And we know that way we don't ever get no shows and cancellations. Basically, you can also send the text 2 days out, just confirm, hey guys, here's all the stuff. Remember, you need to do this. Then go to your website, update your website. I'd add in COVID-19 safety procedures. If you don't know how to do that, or you have to pay someone to do it, I get it. It's a pain in the butt. But again, you're trying to dispel all fears with clients, especially new clients. Because just as a side note, there are going to be some clients that can't get into their old people that they usually see, because either one, they've given up, because some people are going to just quit, or they're too scared to go back to work, or they're too overbooked. And so as a result, there's going to be spillover. There are going to be people looking for people who can get you in. So
following these protocols is going to make yourself more attractive to people who have any questions in their mind about, is this person safe? Yeah,
exactly. And then also you're going to want to update your Instagram and Facebook page. I would definitely put in there that you want to put some posts that explain your safety procedures and your protocols. And I would even put in your bio, like, hey, we're open, and or when you're going to open. Your bio is there to communicate. People look to your bio and don't, you should be communicating using that bio as a way to let people know. Because that's like the first thing. If they like what they see on your page, then they're going to go to your bio and they're going to see your name and look for where you're located and all that. Make sure that's there for them. All right. One other thing, you can include all this, which I think would be really fun. You can put it on your Instagram Live. In fact, we're thinking about doing it. It takes a little more work, but it's something that'd be really cool. And I have a link in the bio. So if you go to our page right now, there's a link in our bio where you can see this. And that is a video that shares all the stuff that you've done. and maybe it can be 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and you put it on your YouTube, you put it on your Facebook, you put it on your Instagram, and put it as an Instagram live, and just let everyone know and shoot what you're doing. The pig is climbing over me right now. And so you want to have that there because you want people to see and experience your salon, especially new people, because some people are out there looking and trying to find where to go, and you want to do whatever you can to help persuade them to come to you. And by you being more proactive and shooting videos and showing all this content, it's going to be wonderful. All right, so let's go into now salon setup.
So I just wanted to say, I know Nikki wanted to join on our live, but we have like a long list and we're running.
Well, we just don't do that.
Okay.
we do interview people at times. So these episodes that we're going to be doing on Thursdays are really going to be about giving you guys tools. And if you have questions, you can definitely DM. I answer all the DMs to my own demise because it takes hours sometimes, but I'm here to serve you guys. We love you guys and want to help out any way we can. All right, next, salon setup. We're going to fly through this a little bit more. The first half, we've gone a little slow. We're going to try to get more information in here and just give you ideas. These are things that you need to think about or doing. So obviously, everyone knows if you're going to do social distancing, you need to have a 6 feet plan. Just have a social distancing set up in your salon. So just
tape on the floor or whatever.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. First thing I thought, here's an idea, guys. Saw this. I thought it was a good one. Make your front door, prop it open so they don't have to actually open your door. Right now, probably most of you have a door that is closed and it's normal. But right now, you want to find every way possible to make it so they don't have to touch anything. They literally glide into your salon. You touch them, get some lashes, and glide out afterwards and don't touch a thing. That's the ideal situation.
I'm going to stick a box of those Kleenex hand towels on the wall or on the door so that people can literally just use that towel, open the door, and have a trash can right inside that they can just throw that in.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's our next thing we're going to talk about. So Lux Lash said, what do you think about lashing with a face shield? Actually, big fans of that idea. Great idea. We'll go into that more in a little bit here. So we believe this is how we're going to assign a table at the front of our entrance. So it depends on how your salon's set up. We actually have a little hallway where we can put a little table and sign. And on that basically table, or it's going to be this. It's going to say, welcome, obviously, to Tuscany's Integrity Lash. And this says, before you come in, please answer these questions. The same things we have in the email. We're just going to repeat ourselves and just be redundant because you need to repeat things. People don't get things usually the first time, and you want to do your due diligence. So we're just saying, do you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Have you been in contact with someone with COVID-19, or is anyone living you who is currently sick or been in quarantine? And then if any of those have happened, please, text me right now and reschedule. So even before they come in, they can say, oh, crud, I forgot. You know what? My aunt, who I saw yesterday, now has COVID, so I'm going to go home. And, there might be some odd situations here and difficult conversations, but you have to stand up for you, protect yourself, protect your family, protect other clients. And by the way, you could be quarantined if you have to interact with someone who has COVID-19 or was exposed to someone, and you yourself can be quarantined and forced to close down again for 14 days. You don't want to do that. So you have to ask for people to be respectful and say, I understand that you really want your lashes, but I hope you understand, because you can't answer these questions in the way that we need you to answer them. And some people may lie. I get it. Some people just tell you not that, I don't care.
I want to talk about the.
So if they do, it's an honor system. But hopefully, if they know them and they respect you, they'll just answer them correctly, and you take it from there.
Also, you want to waive your cancellation fees.
Yeah.
So that it's not going to.
Yeah, there's no cost to them. Yeah.
There's no cost to them.
You can't charge them.
You can be like, haha,
gotcha. Yeah, you got COVID and you now owe me money. That's not cool. So yeah, as a policy, that's something we'll talk more. But yes, cancellation fees and all no-shows, all that. Because of this, I would put a temporary freeze on and have a lot of grace for people right now. It makes sense. So you have that up there. Also, I would just here's what you need to do when you come in. Please take a mask. If you didn't bring one, I would also have a hand sanitizer there. Please sanitize your hands. We're looking for these footies we talked about in the past. You can get these footies.
Like shower caps for your feet.
Yeah, they have not come yet. I ordered them like 2-3 weeks ago. I'm getting concerned, to be honest.
Too good to be true.
Yeah, so and it's over the top. You don't need footies. But if you can get them, they're kind of cool. They make you look like a doctor, or your clients will look like doctors when you put them on. It's just one more thing, almost like this would almost purely be a, what do you call okay, I can't remember the word I'm thinking of. It just makes them feel good. Placebo. Thank you. It just makes them feel good. Also, I say we will be taking your temperature when you arrive. Please come alone. No friends and family. So if they have something, say, I'm sorry, I have to go away. And also, please stay 6 feet away from all people if you have a team or a salon, except for your stylist, obviously. And we're not accepting cash. Okay, those will all be there. And then obviously you come out, greet them, take the temperature, and then walk them into the room and sit down and get going. Okay, so that's going to be what I would say is the most ideal way to set it up. Now, I want to show you guys real quickly an example of a sign that I got from Anne-Marie, who was in here earlier. I don't know if she's still in here, but I'll want to show this.
Anne-Marie.pro.
Yes. She's showed this to us and sent this, and I think she's going to put all this stuff online too. And so it's really cool. And this is what she has. She's exactly, she says here, she's showing her certifications, again, affirming any fears or trying to get people to realize she knows her stuff. She's been careful. She's been mindful. And there she is. Anne-Marie is here. Then she's explained her appointments, how they're going to work. And then on the bottom there, I think she's explaining, her pricing. And Anne-Marie, you need to list our pricing. You're discounting people. Don't do that. So, all right. So that's that. Let me get back.
She did a really good job. Thank you for sharing that with us.
No, I did not. I hit end. Sorry, guys. I hit end. I wanted to get back to our picture. There we go. All right. So, and then I need to stop the picture. No picture. There we go. So there. So check that out, guys. Go to Anne-Marie. I'm sure she's going to have that up on her page, or if Anne-Marie wants to tell us right now that she's going to have that online, you can go check her out at annemarie.pro, and you can get a picture of that. That will be helpful for you guys to see what she's up to.
Lashner is asking, how would we handle no-shows?
Right now, unfortunately, you're going to eat it. I think you're going to eat it for a short term. I mean, this is not forever.
Okay,
we're talking for the next few weeks.
But there would be a conversation. So if you're confirming your people and somebody didn't show up, you're going to be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think we'll be as generous as we possibly can. If it's egregious, you know, and it happens more than once, then there's a problem. But
exactly.
I think we're going to try to be as generous as we possibly can.
Always at this
point,
point,
give people grace and put a boundary around that.
All right. So some other things you want to do. You want to close off the waiting area. I don't think you want a waiting area, especially if you do, and let's say you have a salon, then I would definitely create barriers and put social distancing so people are far apart from each other, and then put some sort of partitions between clients. You can't have them sitting next to each other, coughing, breathing, sweating all over each other, especially in summer. So you want to make sure that everyone is social distancing every way possible. But to make it simple, like I said, I just have people wait in their cars and text when they arrive.
I also think that you should try to clean out what I'm trying to do with my little studio is remove almost everything, because I want less surfaces that I have to clean. I want it to look a little bit Spartan when people come in, so that it just registers in the brain clean. Empty almost. I almost want it to
make it look more like a medical place where it's very basic, very simple. This isn't the time to decorate your salon as much as I know you want to spruce it up, do something fun because you're excited to be back and cute.
People are more concerned about the safety.
Safety is all they care about. So less stuff to be cluttered, less stuff to collect dust and germs. So the better.
Flake flowers. I mean, if you've got flake flowers, it's fine, but just don't go out and
buy more,
right? Yeah. Or maybe think about putting those away just for temporary, because again, it's just more surfaces, right?
Yeah, more areas to have to clean. Also, get rid of magazines, paper cups, snacks, service menus, business cards, anything people have to touch right now. You're all digital at this point. Nothing's even digital coffee. Say, you know what? Get your digital coffee or bring your own coffee.
What's digital coffee?
It's like in your mind. Like just imagine drinking coffee right now.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you give me a digital coffee?
I will give you. Yeah. Well, yes, digital coffee. It's the best. I love digital coffee. Plus, the caffeine works. All right.
Lashner, we're going to ask them to bring their own blanket if they want. Oh, if you want your own blanket, bring your own.
I've heard that. We don't have any blankets. We're going to remove our blankets. We're still going to have sheets because we can clean those in between clients. But yeah, I've heard that. People talk about, bring your own blanket, which is awesome. I think that's a great idea. Anne-Marie says, thanks for the shout out. My pricing is quite luxury, just giving back to those who've been good. And I feel that I come back only the first appointment back. I get it. But your costs are gone up. So you've not worked for 2 months. So losing more money to me is just a bad idea. But everyone run your own business the way you want to. We're just here to give advice and be ignored sometimes.
We'll still be your friend.
We'll still be your friend. We still think you're awesome. Anne-Marie, if you're not following, you really need to. She gives a lot of great content. All right, guys. What else? If you have a reception area, you need to put one of those acrylic shields you've seen in grocery stores. Protect your front desk staff. It's important. I know it's not going to be cheap, but you really need to think about that. You also probably should look into what we love is Rowenta air filter system.
Rowenta. Rowenta.
Yeah, it's like a spelling bee here now.
It's what OSHA recommended for us for cleaning out the air. It's the best one.
It's great. OSHA loves it. When OSHA invested in us, they said this is the best system out there. Now, there's some people that have air AC units and you have filtering systems like
it will get the viruses.
Yeah, it gets viruses. It gets like 99% of everything that's in the air. It's amazing. And it cleans like pretty big rooms. You can not 1,000 square foot, but if you have like 800 or 400 square feet, it will clean that whole room, just one thing. And it will remove the cyanoacrylate fumes from your room. So you won't have that issue either. Well, we've had people who are severely had issues with the glue. Once we put those in, all of a sudden the issues went away. So there's dual things going on, benefits here.
Not an ionizer. Don't get an ionizer. Ionizer's not going to pull the stuff out of the air. It's not going to. It's not going to purify it.
And OSHA had said that ionizers are not good. There would be people who will try to sell you that.
And we bought them.
Yeah,
we bought them for the whole salon until and they're like,
I'd have hand sanitizer stations everywhere. I would just go crazy. I would not be cheap in that area. I would just have everyone. Yes, we're going to air purifier, Nikki. Yes, that's exactly it. You guys got it. So I would just have hand sanitizer in the bathroom. I'd have it by your station. I'd have it in the entryway. I'd have it at the door when they first walk in, so that when they first come in and when they walk out, maybe you have another one at the table and they walk out. You just want people bathing in hand sanitizer so that, again, you communicate safety. That's all you're trying to do. And you're actually trying to be safe. I would also get floor stickers. There are lots of people online right now. You can get those floor stickers you see at the grocery stores that say if people have to wait, like maybe someone comes to that front of your salon and you want to say, please wait here before coming in because you want to come out and get them. And maybe if you have an area for where you want people to pay and you say pay here, whatever. There's ways of setting this up so that you can communicate with people and re-emphasize it. And these things are not going to cost you an arm and a leg.
You don't need to buy a floor sticker.
That's not what I say have to.
You can make floor stickers with
there you go.
gaffing tape, masking tape, painter's tape, tape with a marker. You don't have to buy one. Yeah,
you don't have to do it. I'm just saying you can do this. And you just type in Google's and you'll see a bunch of these options out there. Someone says they made their own 80-ish sanitizer. So there you go.
Sanitizer.
Yeah, getting crafty.
That is being resourceful.
But side note, make sure you do not sell that sanitizer. I've seen some people
don't sell it.
Taking sanitizer and selling it. You're liable because now you're a manufacturer. You cannot be a manufacturer and take that liability on and be selling stuff. So if you have big chunks of sanitizer and you're like, I'm going to sell it to my clients, don't do that. Don't do that. Bad idea. That will get you more trouble than it's worth.
I'm Tuskiver.
You're Tuskiver. That's a good one. I like that. Also, go cashless if you can. There's so many payment systems, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, all these ways, or like we have with our credit card machine, you just put your card next to it and tap it. For a lot of people, it's wireless and you can go that route. People use their iPhones now and all your phones, you can use payment that way. Find whatever it is that you can do and look into it and research it and find a way to go cashless because you just want to make it where people don't have to touch. Even when they use the credit card, like on we use, we call it, my mind just went blank. The Square. It says if they're not, you can still have them do it and not sign it. Now, the only downside is you will pay higher fees on that. But right now, for short term, for a little bit of time, a little bit higher fees, it's not going to kill you. So just suck it up, take the higher fees and go from that.
All right, so we have 15 minutes.
I know. Remove products from the walls, get them out. Like I said, you want to set up a system where they pre-order stuff and you have it waiting for them. I would not have products all over where people are touching products and looking while they're waiting. You don't want to do that.
Because you have to clean all that stuff. You have to clean all the products.
More stuff to clean.
Time.
You don't want to clean stuff once a day.
Make your place look Spartan.
Also, when it comes to, here's another idea, have reusable bags or resealable bags when people arrive. So if they have their purse and jacket and want to take it off, say, here's a bag. They can take it, seal it, and put it there. That way it's not touching on anything, not laying on chairs.
When you go to the hospital and they give you that bag with like little handles and you put all your stuff in it and then they give it back to you when you're done.
So another thing we did, we bought a phone sterilizer. And phone sterilizers, I think there's cheap ones like $40, $50, and we spent there are phone sanitizers out there, and we spent like $150 for ours because I just wanted a good one. But basically, you really want to get a phone sanitizer too. I think it's a great thing because phones get yucky. So Let's see. I didn't think of the product testers.
Yeah,
Product testers. Yeah, big problem there too. Protective gear. You guys got to make sure you get masks for yourself. Your face shield, I think, would be great, and gloves. Those 3 things you need to be thinking. And you might be thinking about gowns. You may switch out gowns. Maybe you get 4 or 5 gowns, and you switch between clients, and then you wash them at the end of the night and come back the next day and just reuse them again. I mean, there's also disposable ones, but that can get kind of costly after a while. So you really want to look into that. That's one option. And the face shields, Bella Lash is selling.
Shout out to Bella.
Yeah, they're selling the mask as well as this cool shield. They haven't put it out yet, but they're going soon, that you put over the face and protects them.
It's like this.
Yeah.
While you're working. So it's in between you and the client.
Yeah.
And it's acrylic, and they make it in the United States. I know that I just want to give them the shout out. I love Bella Lash.
They've got a lot of crap because they are charging more prices, higher prices for their shields, but they're charging more because they flipping make them, guys. I've been there. I've been in their studio. I've been in their business. They have engineers that work there. They make a lot of their stuff, and it's not cheap to make in the United States.
Also,
they're not mass producing it in China, and they're handmade. They're not like a big production line.
The other thing is that it's counterintuitive, but acrylic is actually expensive.
Yeah.
The clear acrylic. I have a fetish for acrylic furniture. I have a table that's made out of acrylic, and the thing was thousands of dollars, and an acrylic chair is thousands of dollars. The material itself is expensive, and it has to be rendered by hand. And so, I mean, it seems like it's cheap. It seems like it would be made in China because it's cheap plastic. I mean, it looks like clear, cheap plastic, right? But it's not. It's acrylic. If you go to Tap Plastics and you try to buy one sheet of acrylics, you'll see what the price is.
And then imagine they shape it, formed it, and made it for you to use. It's not going to be cheap, guys. I get it. If you want cheap versions, there's other ones out there. Theirs is a little bit more nice. It's a little bit more
and it's
adjustable.
Made stateside. Yeah. I'm planning on buying it as soon as it's available. Yeah. And I just want to shout out. What's nice about it is it's because it's made in the U.S., you're going to get it right away. And
and you know the quality is going to be better. And I know they stand behind their work. And I'm sure if there's an issue, they'll fix it for you. And you're supporting American jobs versus, supporting Chinese, which the Chinese are great. But right now, I think everyone's saying we need to start helping our own right now in the United States, take care of people here before we worry about buying stuff cheap overseas now.
So Lash Genie, is a face shield as good as a mask, or do you use them in conjunction with each other? I'm probably going to use them in conjunction.
Yeah. Doctors do. You see doctors in the hospital using them. They'll have a face shield and they'll have a mask. Oh, she's scratching my neck. Piglet, no.
So
she's literally attacking me as we talk here.
Play. Yeah. The thing is that technically, like, if you did a study, would it help transmission? It might a little bit. It may not. But part of it is it's kind of like placebo. You're using a lot of these things. I would use as much as you can just for optics and also any kind of reduction in transmission. But it shows, it's communicating to your client that you're caring about these things.
Yeah.
So, and she will give you her confidence.
And check your state. Everyone's gonna have different requirements. Our state board has not put out what their requirements are yet. We'll find out. They'll make it very clear at some point. This is what you have to do. And I encourage you strongly to follow your state requirements.
The shield is different because it actually protects the eyes. The mask is just doing this. So it's really, the face shield will protect you if the client is coughing or something, or something gets in your eye, something like that.
And the mask protects you from them, or not protect you from them, keeps you from getting them sick. So when you're breathing, you're not spitting out germs on them. That's what the mask for. The shield is protecting your eyes from being hit with any sort of spit. So, all right. Yeah. Real eloquent there. All right. Employees, and their idea too, guys, is that just have a pair of clothes that you wear to work. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you get home, change those clothes, maybe in the garage or something like that, or where if you have a place you can set up where you can change your clothes and throw them in the clothing line or clothes.
So you don't bring anything home. To your family.
Yeah, you just want to keep your family safe. So change. Our son does that when he gets home immediately. He takes off his clothes. He works in pizza place and he throws clothes and washes them every night. And
except the dog is by the door waiting to lick the pizza juices off the feet.
Yeah. So anyhow, so you may want to just do that. And let's talk about cleaning and sanitizing. This stuff I think is a little bit more self-evident, but you need to disinfect your whole salon every day. That means go through the whole place. You need to make sure your disinfectants are EPA registered and they're labeled with bacterial side, viral side, fungicide. Basically, these have to make sure that they have those things on. If they're just like, yeah, it's good to clean for your sink in your kitchen, after you cook or whatever, that's not really what you're looking for. You're looking for something a little more heavy hitting, something a little bit more.
And make
substance.
sure you're following the directions. Some even Lysol, Clorox sprays, they have to be wet on the surface for 10 minutes before they actually kill all those 99.9%.
It takes time.
Hypochlorous acid, it's the same thing, 10 minutes. So leave it wet.
By the way, some cleaners will say on it, good for a coronavirus. They're not thinking the coronavirus COVID-19. They're thinking about other coronaviruses because this is not the first one we've ever seen. And so they may put that, and that's a good sign. If it says good for coronavirus, guess what? It's good for COVID-19 too.
If it says viricide, it's fine too.
Yeah. Make sure your tweezers are always fully immersed. That's already something you should be doing probably in every state, but if not, you need to get something that you have full immersion into the barbicide.
Change the water if it gets cloudy or if it has any debris in it. If it has any debris in it, that's considered contaminated. Also, they also look to make sure that the tweezers are. They also make sure that they look to see that the tweezers are fully immersed.
Yeah.
Right.
So make sure, and I would just replace it more often. I wouldn't wait till it gets cloudy. I would just every 2-3 days replace it. I think usually you can go more than that, but just to be a little bit more precautious right now. Wipe down all the counters between every client. Anywhere where clients are, you need to wipe it down. You need to go around, wipe off everything, wipe it down, change the sheets, all the towels, everything.
Does it make sense to take a lot of stuff out of the salon? I mean,
just make it easier. And basically, wipe all seats, counters, doorknobs, even those. Or like I said, keep your door propped open if you can. Even go back a couple times a day, clean the restroom. You want hand sanitizer in the room. You want upgrade, if you can, upgrade the faucets and dispensers to be touchless. I mean, it's an idea. Also post a sign in the bathroom that says, please wash your hands.
Okay. Now, if you're not responsible for the restroom or keeping it up,
we aren't, we rent to a place they don't.
You're still responsible for that client. And in our building, sometimes the towel service is spotty. There's not paper towels. So give the client a towel to go to the ladies' room with.
Someone said Barbicide recommends daily to replace it. I mean, of course they do. Of course they are. Like, you should do it every hour. But that said, the state does not require that. But anyhow, it's a smart idea that at this point, just get more used to changing your Barbicide. Other things you need to get, I would get alcohol wipes so you can wipe down phones, wipe down your phone, wipe down all services, your computer, you're going to be using your computer. And especially if people do sign or want to do that, you're going to wipe your phone with these alcohol wipes.
Alcohol is hard to find right now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really hard to find. If you need to find isopropyl alcohol, go to an electronics supply. That's where I'm buying it from right now. Yeah. It's just electronic supply, isopropyl alcohol mixed with distilled water.
You can get a UV wand that you can use for all of your lashes. When you're done at the end of the day, you just UV them before you put them away. I know there's a controversy about, some people say cut your lashes and don't have any extra lashes. We're not going to go into that now. But I know a lot of people don't throw lashes away at the end of the day because they can't afford, especially salons can't afford that because it's going to be throwing away tons of money. So that all said, get a UV wand if you need to, that UV your lights, that sanitize them, or get UV sanitizer. We have that with our tweezers.
A cabinet.
So what we do is we put them in Barbicide. Actually, we put them in a wash first and then Barbicide, and then we bag them and they sterilize bag. And then lastly, we put them in the UV light and we let them UV in there. That way, there's no way by the time Tess opens that bag that the lashes or the equipment is going to be contaminated in any way.
Lash Nerd uses dental bibs to cover our tabletop, so it's sanitary for our lash supplies. Very good.
So that's
little dental bibs.
Some other things too. Wear your hair up right now. I know a lot of people love their hair down, but again, people kind of like with food restaurants, when your hair is up, it just looks more clean, more sanitized. Having your hair flopping around, it's not a big deal.
If you're a glamour girl and you love to wear your hair down, I love it. Wearing down, just
me too.
Wear it up. You wish.
I know. I wish. I wear my beard down now.
It's just a difference. It's a change. It's saying I'm concerned about safety.
All right, only a few more minutes. Let's wrap this up. We're almost done, guys. We have until 7:00 here. Consent forms, policies here. Let's talk about policy stuff. Consent forms. Should you have one? This is a big one. I don't know. PBA says they're going to have one up soon. So I would look at the PBA in the next week. They will have one. Also, I would talk to your lawyer. You need to get a lawyer and talk to, I need a consent form. They may already have a standard one. They just need to alter a little bit. We're not going to do it right now because the truth is I really don't think clients are going to be suing people saying gave me COVID. There's no way to prove that. I think if you don't do safety precautions, and if you're not making it, it'll be a lot easier. But if you're doing everything you can to make it look safe and show that, I think basically the waiver is not as necessary. Now, if you feel you need to, go for it. I'm not against that. I don't think it's wrong or something weird about it. I just think it may be too much. What? Paul needs a beard?
They do. Actually, they do have beard bibs. I don't know
what that means.
They have beard nets.
Okay, let's keep going.
Like at Costco.
Also, some other things you may want to do right now is extend your hours so that you can get more clients in. So normally, man, the pig is literally going to take over the show here in a second. I know. I said Christine's from Island Lash says you can ask your insurance for as well for consent. Yeah, I'm sure insurance companies, HR, all that. Can you please? She's literally digging on my back. So stop it, pig. Our piglet's attacking me as we talk. She just can't wait anymore. So basically, extend your hours is another way to get more people in so you can do full sets, right? Because we can't be just giving people fills right now. We have to give them full sets. And if you have a lot of staff, you need to stagger your staff to make sure you do social distancing. So basically right now, you need to basically do everything you can to spread it out, which may mean you need to come in at 6 a.m. We had 2 shifts. We started at 7 a.m. and we worked till 11:30 p.m., 2 shifts. It worked great. We got more clients in that way. We had more productivity, more opportunity to make money for the staff and everyone. And you may need to do that yourself and extend things because obviously you're going to need more times between clients for cleaning. You're going to need more time for all that. So you do not want to shortchange yourself or stress yourself out. It's stressful enough. So you need to make sure you add more time if needed. Also, like we said, waive wait fees offers. Also, you might want, as far as products go, have curbside pickup in case you decide, you know what, I'm not going to open my salon yet, but I do want to sell products. You can do curbside pickup for now while you're adjusting, getting ready. And then also, a big thing I would tell your staff, you need to tell them right now, this is a hard time for everyone. We get it, but this is a time for you to be the beacon of hope. Mm-hmm. You are not going to download and tell how horrible your life is right now when clients come in.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't take the bait. Even if they ask you, just tell them I'm doing fine. Even if you can't pay your rent or you've been eating ramen every day, beans and rice, don't tell them because you don't want to become a stressful time or where they start feeling guilty for being gone or canceling and all that, guys. This is not the time to make a sob story. This is the time to inspire people and make them feel amazing and build them up. Go home to your loved ones, your family, your friends, and get built up by them or talk to us or whatever. But do not take that on your clients. This is not the time.
They'll ask you. And it's just perfunctory. So you just say, yes, everything's fine. That kind of thing. Or share some story, but it's about their time.
It is. And then a couple last things, and we're going to wrap this up. And I think this is actually, Anne-Marie, I think, posted this too. You could do something where you give discounts to people, frontline workers. That's a thank you. So thank you guys, medical people. We want to help you guys and support you. And by that, I'm giving you a little thank you. You could also give discounts. I can see this for people who are willing to wait and saying, look, I can't get you all in the first week. It may be 3 weeks before I get you because I'm making you wait 3 more weeks. I'm going to give you a small break because you're waiting so long. I can see stuff like that.
Cool, thanks.
Or you can just charge a premium to get people in early. It's like, if you want in early, the first week you got to pay $20 or $50 more.
If you have so many people and you can't determine how to get people in at first, just say the first 2 weeks the price is this. It's higher.
Yeah.
And then so maybe that will help. Oh, the person might say like, oh, I can't afford that right now. I'll wait the next week or whatever.
Another couple of things real quick. By the way, if you want to just do something, I know a lot of people have done this. Anne-Marie did this. You take the Barbicide certification course. It takes, I think it's less than an hour. I think it's really short. I know Tesla's going to do it. We haven't done it yet, but we'll be doing it. There's a link in our bio for it. Yeah, don't worry. It'll pop up when it says we've got less than 2 minutes. So the link's in the bio on our Instagram right now. Also, we have a link to the safety video that someone made. There's an example for it for you guys. If we make one, we'll put it out there too. But for now, you can go see this woman in Georgia who made one. She's a hairstylist. It's not for lashes, but she made a safety video. It's like the whole video. It's like a 5-minute video, I think, but there's different parts. One is more explaining what she does, and then one's actual video. It's really good. It'll be helpful for you guys. And one last thing, don't report people who decide to work when maybe they shouldn't. Right now, everything's chaotic, and I don't think it's your job to get other people out. It's your job to take care of yourself and your family and get yourself working. And I think there's this need. Some people are going to feel to get out there and shut other people down because they're risking other people's lives. I get that, but you don't know what they're going through. Maybe they literally aren't eating right now. Maybe they have a family of 8 that they're trying to support off one income. You don't know. And I think right now is the time for grace and understanding and not judgment and frowning on people. So that'll be my last thing. Yes, as Anne-Marie says, keep it real, but be kind, be compassionate, be mindful of others, care about others first before yourself.
The way you would want to be treated.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be turned in. I mean, anyway, just
yeah.
grace,
Well, we're not,
right?
but we're not working.
We're
by the way.
not.
Just-
No, we're not.
This is like, don't turn me in. Like we're not working.
No.
It's okay. We're not working until September probably. Hey, how about that? That'll be fun. That all said, guys, thank you so much. We got through a lot.
Thank you, my
in 1 hour.
friends.
A lot of content. Hopefully you found it useful.
Our
Please,
Lash
if you have
Nerd
questions,
family.
check in with us and DM us or email me at paul@lashcastpodcast.com. Or like I said, sign up for our email list and I will try my best over this weekend, if not by Monday, a PDF that'll explain everything. And otherwise, we're done, guys. We had a great night. We will see you again next week. Thursday, 6 p.m. is our new time. We're doing this. And then we will also be doing other stuff. We're interviewing, like tomorrow, we're interviewing Courtney at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
And Nikki, just DM us. Let's talk.
Okay. See you guys. Bye-bye.